rolling. It is dawn, and we're in Ibiza. It's dawn, we're in Ibiza. It's Ibiza, and it is dawn. We're in Ibiza, and it is dawn. What an experience. What an experience that has been. We're on very little sleep right now. We had such a amazing travel event. I mean, we have lived the definition of travelling. We spent an evening under the stars with a friend of ours from Milton Keynes in England, and he's living over here, and we went camping into the mountains and just chilled all night, smoking, looking up at the stars, with an amazing view of San Antonio Bay. That was phenomenal. And one of the nights we were on a bench watching the sun go down, and some beautiful, beautiful sunset shots. And I was listening to some music taking us back to moments in our career, which was just so amazing. The tracks that were being played, for instance, When We Were Young by Adele, and Circle of Life by Elton John. Listening to those tracks brought back a flood of memories, and it was so moving against the sunset of the sunset of San Antonio that evening. It was beautiful. And then the day after, we sort of drunk ourselves sober, and and realised that there was no way in this world we could top the feeling of what was experienced on that evening. So I just went over to the water, right? And another funny thing about that is, we're by the marina, right? We're by the marina, and we're filling up our water from the water fountain next to the yachts. And someone comments and says, "Oh, I bet the water's a bit ropey. I wouldn't be drinking that. I think it's for dogs." Well, it can't be for dogs, can it? Because it's at mouth level, at 5'8", yeah. And that is just, for me, it is such bollocks, because water is water, or as the Spanish say, agua es agua, no matter what. So it was fine, it wasn't ropey at all. And it's the myth that, I wouldn't be drinking the water, it might give you a dicky tummy. It's a load of bollocks. I mean, who came up with that? The shopkeeper. It wouldn't surprise me. We have had an absolutely phenomenal time here. And yet, last night, so we are up really late, and there's so much energy and activity on the island that 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, you feel like it's only 9 o'clock, 9:30, and so it was a lot later than we thought. Managing to get very little sleep, still underneath the stars, and it was cool last night. It was really, really cool. That kept us awake. Gonna spend about 10 hours on beach today, and then boarding the aircraft for our next leg. The next planned trip, and it takes so much out of you. It requires so many skills and so many organisation skills. It is knackering. There's unpredictability with it. For instance, we're getting the buzz to the aeropuerto porque the taxis, right? They can rack up a really expensive bill, and so we were thinking, for a little bit more conversation, a little bit more inquiry, we're saving so much on euros. So that's what we've done today, and that's cool, but it takes a lot out of you. For instance, we didn't want to take the risk of getting the bus later on, so to arrive at the airport an hour before departure, we had to board it now, so we're in the vicinity for the flight. And yes, looking forward to getting on that plane to arrive in Inglaterra for some real good food that I'm going to home cook. I've missed my own cooking against the lovely seafood bars that we've experienced on the bay. So all I can say now is there's a flight flying right overhead, and there, beautiful. Hasta luego y disfruta el día.